Hey guys, it's Frank and Kevin from Cruising with Wheels.
Does not compute. Does not compute. Does not compute.
You sound like a robot.
Yes, because today we're talking about AI technology.
So we all know what the cruise lines are doing in terms of the human aspect of safe cruising.
But what are they doing on AI?
Yeah, that's right. AI.
AI. What's AI?
Artificial intelligence. Star Wars, R2-D2 and C3PO are coming to a cruise ship near you.
Don't be so excited about it.
I am. Who doesn't like Star Wars?
We've seen over the years the cruise industry has been expanding into their technologies.
Yeah.
They started first with offering Wi-Fi, stuff like that.
Touch screens.
Getting
and
better and better and
booking
better.
restaurants on their little interactive boards on the ship. And,
Virtual windows.
Yeah. And now
we're moving into...
Right, because the concern is COVID-19, and now it's,
Don't touch me.
Right, exactly, because it has become a no-touch
Get away.
process. I want you to cruise, but don't touch anything. So, yeah, cruise lines were already trying to create all these things, but now with COVID,
It's been accelerated.
absolutely.
So let's talk about the first thing that comes to mind, and that would be Royal Caribbean.
Right.
And that's their mobile app, Excalibur.
Right, their Excalibur program.
And what is that all about? Excalibur is an innovative program which allows expedited arrival for guests to check in just a few minutes. They can hand off their bags and go from the car to the bar in mere minutes without lines or paperwork to fill out. The program is available in many ports on many of their ships and allows expedited boarding for all guests. RCL is prioritizing taking the hassle out of embarkation and disembarkation, and the next steps in the app are the ability to book onboard products and services in advance of sailing, a chat function, facial recognition, and digital stateroom access. Excalibur debuted in 2019, so some of you may have already experienced this great mobile app. So now part of the Excalibur app is this thing called Tascent. I believe that's how it's pronounced. And Tascent was selected by Royal Caribbean, and that's the whole biometric system that integrates with the app. And it's really simple and easy, because I know a lot of people out there that haven't traveled on Royal and used the Excalibur app for check-in might be a little nervous. I know you'd be a little nervous, but it should be tactile and as easy as using your iPad.
Right, because it all involves facial recognition.
Facial recognition, and it's seamless, and it's they call it on the move. So we haven't experienced this personally yet, but I'm assuming...
But we experienced the facial recognition when we were in the Port of New York, coming home.
So I'm assuming what this is it has your facial recognition when you arrive, it has your facial recognition when you check your bags in, it has your facial recognition, so that you're constantly moving and you don't skip a beat.
Right.
So we want to hear from you. Have you used Excalibur? Comment below, right?
Right.
Let us know what you thought of Excalibur. Let's talk about something else that's an innovative thing.
Right. And it kind of came first.
Yeah, it kind of came first.
And everybody was kind of doing it. Yeah, the Royal Caribbean WOW Band. Right.
Now, Disney also has something similar with their bands, and, Princess has something. Yeah. They're all coming out with things now.
It's really easy. It's radio frequency controlled and allows, you to get into your room.
Well, okay, so let's talk about the old ways we used to do things, right? So the old ways is we would use your card. Your card would be used to pay for things.
Right.
Your card would be used to get in the cabin. Your card was your identification. Your card would be zapped when you left and zapped when you got back in. And now it seems like the WOW band is the answer.
The WOW band. And you just go like this.
You just go boop,
Boop. Get me in my room.
boop,
Sure,
boop.
I'll buy that. Boop.
Now, I think that this is an interesting concept. I don't know if I would like it because I would get a tan line.
Oh, it would interfere with your tan.
Right? It would interfere with my tan.
Only you would think about that.
But the good news is that if you don't want to use a WOW band, you can still use your CPass card.
Especially for those people that like to collect the CPass cards.
Right. We
You
have
know,
every CPass.
We have every card from every cruise, like you probably do.
Now, the interesting thing about our next AI experience is...
And that's been out.
It's been out for a while.
It's kind of freaky.
And it's actually an AI.
Right.
It's an artificial intelligence or a robot. And that would be the Bionic Bar cocktail maker.
Right.
You know me and my twisted tongue.
You actually have a robot making your drinks.
Right.
How freaky cool is that?
It's really, really cool because then you do not have to have any interaction with a human being. So if you are ultra concerned about cruising during COVID-19,
somebody touching your glass, handling your liquor.
You don't have to worry. Just belly up to the Bionic
Bionic
Bar and order yourself a drink. Now, all of you that are familiar with our digital experience at home, if you have an Alexa or you have a Siri, if you're traveling on MSC, you will have a Zoe.
I know.
Now, who's Zoe?
A Zoe. It's an AI system, again, similar to an Alexa or a Siri in your own home. In every cabin where they have the system will have one of these little Zoes. Now, Zoe, why did they call it Zoe?
Well, so did you see the name?
Why is it Janet?
Well, so
Ethel.
it was named after the chairman, which is Gianluigi Apotani's granddaughter.
Is great. Well, if you're the chairman, why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
Chairman of the board.
Right. Now, there's a Zoe unit in each stateroom. It is able to understand and speak 7 languages, and it's pre-programmed with 800 of the most often asked cruise passenger questions.
Now, you say it's in every stateroom, but this is only launched on certain ships at this point. It's been on the MSC Bellissima and the MSC Grandiosa. And it's actually the first in the cruise industry.
It's kind of cool.
I think
it would be just like being at home because we have Siri here.
Really cool.
We have Siri who we're always talking to, though my mom refuses to talk to Siri. I swear to God, she'll be in the living room in the dark before she'll say, can you turn the light? I'm like, just tell Siri to turn the lights on.
She looked at me and said, tell Siri to turn the lights off. I said, you tell her.
Tell Siri. She doesn't do it. And then when she tries to do it, I said, come on, talk to Siri. She talks in this high-pitched fake voice. And I say, stop it. I said, talk to Siri like you're talking to me. Siri's got to understand your voice.
Right. Now, within the cruise industry, many of the different lines, even if they're competitors, have something similar.
Yes.
Right? So MSC, speaking of them, has a smartwatch, which is similar to the WOW band.
Right.
And the MSC actually has geolocators within the smartwatch so parents can see where their kids are on the ship.
Right. Now, it's kind of the smartwatch. It's kind of an upgrade from the basic wristband that they started with.
Yep.
And now it's evolved. Mm-hmm. It looks more like a bracelet, a ceramic bracelet kind of look.
It actually works within conjunction with their app that works on their mobile devices.
When I saw this, all I thought about was Wonder Woman, because she has the cuff bracelets.
The bracelets of truth.
Right.
No,
and
that's the lasso of truth.
That's all I thought of was you got the band things on and you're going like this.
Now,
Give me a drink.
Now, the thing about the smartwatch on MSC, it is free for children,
Yeah,
which is
that's a good-
really, really cool.
yeah, that's a good
really,
part.
really cool. But adults will have to pay an additional price.
And do they send it? Does it go to your home before you set sail? I read somewhere.
I believe it
A
does.
lot of these watches are sent to your home before you even begin, so you actually have it when you're boarding.
Now, the MSC technology will be dependent on
Okay.
the app,
Right.
and so your mobile phone will be involved in this.
Right. And again, on certain ships, as they like with anything, as they slowly roll it out.
The Meraviglia and the Seaside, from what I understand.
the
And the
famous-
Meraviglia goes out of the Mediterranean, and
The
the
infamous
Seaside
Seaside.
goes out of Miami.
Yeah.
And guests who don't purchase the wristband can access some of the features on the app just by themselves, such as checking how full the restaurants are,
Right.
or booking excursions.
Right. And
So,
then they have the MSC for Me Wristband Plus. What's that?
well, in addition to the ship locator, it gives the freedom to go hands-free all around the ship, doubling as a cabin key. So just like the WOW band, for purchases, reservations, and cabin access.
Yeah. Well, the smartwatch is a little bit more fashionable and updated than the basic wristband. So.
Well, and the the MSC for Me Wristband Plus, you can also keep in contact with your friends on the ship, which is a
that's cool.
really, really cool
Yeah.
interactive
Probably
experience.
the biggest thing, because so many people when they travel are trying to get these communication apps
I want to test these
to
things.
be able to communicate where are you, and in some ships the apps don't work as well, and they get your instant message 3 hours later. That's a problem. Best to know. Yeah, I'm looking. I see Kevin on my locator. Yeah, he's at that ice cream machine again.
Are you still talking about that app?
Yes.
Now, I touched on this a little bit earlier, but Princess has what they call the Medallion Class and the Ocean Class.
The Ocean Medallion.
Now, these get sent to you directly to your home prior to sailing, and it enables impeccable personalization and service.
There's a lot of stuff on the list that it does.
Yes.
What?
So let's read.
Yeah.
Let's see what this does. So it has faster booking, or faster boarding. Excuse me, faster boarding. It has the best Wi-Fi at sea. You can find your way around the ship using the
We'll
Medallion.
need that.
Whatever you need can be delivered.
Sweet.
You can locate your friends and family on board. You can bookmark events. You can
Get into your stateroom.
get into your
Yep.
stateroom. You just put your wrists up. And there are games.
No way.
Yeah. Way.
Wow.
So the Medallion can be used a couple of ways or transported a couple of ways. You can either use a bracelet. They have a necklace option.
Oh, right.
They have a clip-on option.
Right.
Or they have a lanyard. Now, the lanyard they provide you with.
Right.
all
All comes in
the-
the package you get at home.
Right. All the others are accessories that can be purchased.
Sweet.
So, very, very interesting.
Add it to your jewelry collection.
And of course, just like previous things we discussed in this video, the Medallion Class comes with an app. Everything is with an app. So you can guide yourself through the process yourself.
Right.
And so basically, after you book your cruise vacation, they recommend that you download this app. Pretty much all the cruise lines now
Are doing
recommend you download
apps.
the app.
Yeah, it's just where we are now.
Right.
Whether
And-
you're on a ship or you're at home, everything's an app.
And while you will not need to be dependent on your mobile device during your vacation, the Medallion app includes features that can enhance your time on board. So many of the digital experiences can be accessed using the ship's porthole, portals.
I was going to say porthole.
The ship porthole. The ship portals, which are the digital touchscreens, or through your stateroom
your
TV.
TV. Yeah.
But we always use the app. So just like we said, Royal Caribbean has their WOW bands, Disney has their bands, Princess has their ocean medallions.
Right,
they
right,
all
right.
kind of work
Yeah.
the same way, but we don't want to forget that Costa has what they call their ocean orbit
Right, right,
technology,
right.
which is kind of the same
And
thing.
Virgin Voyages has the band.
The band.
So, yeah. So now that we've talked about the different bands and how you can personally keep distant, right?
And be
through
on your
apps,
own and still have a great experience.
we need to talk about the health aspect and how they're moving forward that
Right.
way. So
It's all well to get into your room, but you want to get into a clean room,
clean
a
environment.
purified room. And that brings us to Norwegian Cruise Line.
And Norwegian Cruise Line has partnered with Atmos Air Solutions.
Right, they're installing this great air purification system
Mm-hmm.
aboard their 3-brand, 28-ship fleet. It's really, and it handles all these
Yes.
viruses and COVID, and explain how that all.
Well, the technology promises to continuously and actively disinfect for COVID-19, as well as all natural airborne
Right.
things that can be harmful, such as chemicals and
Right.
radiation or byproducts.
Right.
Right?
Right, and it's all handled through the ship's HVAC system, the
Mm-hmm.
heating and air conditioning system.
And I'm actually a little familiar with something like this because we use this technology in our hair dryers.
Mm-hmm.
It's all done through ionization.
I know that's a hard one. I know.
So we have, like, my hair dryer has positively charged ions,
Mm-hmm.
which help the hair be smoother and also doesn't blow
Right.
around,
Right.
the common cold
Right,
and stuff
right.
like that.
Now, their system, the ions apparently bond to the virus, breaking down right to their cellular structure and rendering them totally dead.
Done.
So, yeah, I mean, it's comforting to know that AI is not just about ordering a drink without a bartender,
Exactly.
getting in and out of your room without a card, but that you're actually on a ship and breathing quality, clean
Clean air.
yeah.
Actually, the air, I think, is going to be cleaner than most
Yeah.
people's houses or hospitals.
So, yeah.
So it should be very interesting, and I can't wait to go on our NCL cruise now. Carnival Corporation recently announced that it's partnering with a company called Infrared Cameras, Inc.
Yeah.
And that's to screen passengers
Yeah.
and crew using thermal cameras.
Right, as they check for temperature.
Temperatures.
Yeah, so nobody has to do the here, dink, dink. You know, it's like you're all just passing through like cattle, and the thermal imaging is capturing, any rise in temperature. Yeah.
Now, I know you're all going to be horrified, but
We
gone are the days of paper invitations for the captain's dinner.
Yeah, slowly.
Horrified.
Slowly, cruise lines are starting to really go, just like at home, paperless.
But I have to applaud them. I have to applaud them because think about that. Think about how much paper every
Wasted.
day,
Yes.
every
Your cabin
week,
steward in every
month.
cabin leaves the newsletter, put stuff here, put stuff there, and everything is being touched by somebody. And now it's going to go to apps and your TV screen in your stateroom.
So
and
very, very slowly
but surely.
or very rapidly in some cases, they're moving to paperless receipts,
Yep.
paperless newsletters. So your dailies will be found on the app, which we've been doing for
Right,
years.
right.
We've been looking at the dailies on the app.
Menus.
Menus. Which NCL in what is that? What's that place we went? Food Republic.
Oh, right,
Food
right. It's all
Republic has
digital.
it all digital
On the screen.
So I think that's great.
Right, you just go doot, doot, doot. Yep, appetizers, thank you, da, 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 thank you. And goes right to the kitchen, and then the order comes out.
So those were some things that the cruise industry
Right.
is doing to make your cruise safer.
Right.
And I know that a concern would be, well, I have to fly in the night before.
Right, and I have to.
then what do I do?
I have to stay in a hotel before I board this beautiful, wonderful, clean ship with wonderful, pure air, and I'm staying at the hotel near the port. But maybe that hotel has a new Xenex germ-zapping system.
Right. Now, Xenex uses robots, basically.
Yeah.
It's like robot technology, and it uses broad spectrum UV light to kill and eradicate and disinfect
Right.
your room.
Right. And I think we've heard previously to COVID about UV lighting being able to kill germs and viruses and things like that. But again, in the age of COVID now, we're all hearing a lot more of all of this. So, yeah, everybody is stepping up to make sure that there's no more massive neurovirus outbreaks, COVID outbreaks, because, that shut down
Right.
the entire cruise industry, hotel, restaurants, and
Do you know that according to Xenex, the Texas Biomedical Research Institute says that it only takes 2 minutes
wow,
to kill COVID-19
Cool.
with their machines.
wow. I'd order tons of these little darlings.
I think that the cruise industry should be using something
So
like this.
I am sure that there's going to be some modification from hotel, restaurants, offices, whatever, that will be created to be part of a cruise ship. You just know it's going to happen. They're not going to stay on land. If Xenex is any kind of company, they're already working on getting a system. You're not going to see R2D2 or C3PO going down the hallways of your ship, knocking on your cabin door. I need to come in.
There is, I think it's Royal Caribbean, actually has a, maybe it's not Royal Caribbean. One of the cruise lines has a robot that walks around the ship. I can't remember which one right now.
I know.
So don't say that they're not going to see it, because they might see it.
No. You said I wouldn't see a robot. I saw one.
Maybe it's MSC.
Somebody's got one.
Somebody's got it.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a white
I want to
robot.
know who has seen the robot on the high seas.
And,
Comment below.
and if you have a picture
Right.
with you and the robot on your cruise, make sure you send it to us, because we'll feature you as a super cruiser.
Right.
Even if you don't, even if you just want to be featured as a super cruiser, all you have to do is email us at
cruisingwithwheels@gmail.com.
include the name of everyone featured in the picture and the name of the ship that you're on, and we will feature you at the end of a Thursday video.
That's right.
We want to remind everybody to hit that subscribe button and not to be a ding-a-ling, activate that bell so you get notifications of when our regular videos come out, as well as when we are live. We're also on Facebook, Instagram,
Twitter, and Snapchat.
But until next time, we want to remind everybody out there to travel safe
And cruise often.